welcome to my YouTube channel, Everything Everywhere with D. In this channel, we talk about everything from political commentary to social commentary to the entertainment world. And just so you didn't know, the entertainment world in my dictionary ranges from spans across every form of literature, so from books to comics to TV to big screens, name it. We talk about it if you tell us to. I don't talk about things that nobody's going to listen to. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Why do we love watching corruption? Complain about corruption so much, but we love watching it. Why is that? That's what I thought after watching Kemi Adetiba's To Kill a Monkey. And I think I've noticed quite I won't say a flux or an influx of movies that have been like that in Nollywood in general, where the protagonist display questionable moral standpoints or views. It's okay to murder because he's a woman beater. And I'm not saying that, a woman beater is supposed to be a glorified, and I know, yes, it's blood sister I'm talking about, but it's just I've noticed it, and this is not even Blood Sisters is even very, very like that's just what came to my mind. But there are so many like King of Boys, so many movies, and not just even not in the Nollywood sphere or in the Nigerian sphere, even internationally. Let's say shows like Succession, they have a great, well, say ample. I mean, great ample. No, ample is too small. They have great viewership, and it is the corruption that the shows showcase is thrilling. So it made me think, okay, why do we as a people love watching corruption? So yeah, let's unpack that. This video is going to be very short. Just mind you, this is going to be very, very short because I don't got much to say. I don't got much to say. Okay. This video is not going to be a flop. The last time I wore this shirt, the video was a flop, so I'm scared. No, no, no. Now, corruption in storytelling is as old as storytelling itself. Greek myths of kings destroyed by hubris, biblical stories like King Saul, Shakespeare's tragedies, and so on and so forth. You can name it. Corruption is something that it is as old, like from the moment Adam and Eve ate the apple, corruption became man's companion, and it has expressed itself, it has showed itself in every form of literature or media ever since then. And in modern society, corruption is like it's that's what everyone wants to talk about. That's the hot topic. And even now, though that is not something that is not something a super I want to dip my hands in now, not today, not in this video. We've begun to see people. I'm looking for the word, sorry. We've begun to see people, or we are beginning to see people change things that are otherwise known as corrupt to, these things are actually good, guys. Get with the times. So, and audiences across all cultures are glued to these stories. Even though in real life we claim that we despise corruption, we curse our politicians for being corrupt. We talk to people in power anyhow, and it reminds me of something that I've heard so many times. Being like anytime I'm talking about the Nigerian political atmosphere with anyone, they say that the thing about Nigerians, problem about Nigerians is they keep on complaining about corruption. But what is really hurting them is because they are not in that. We are not. Let me not say they as if I'm not part of it, but like we are not in the position of power. And that if we were in such a position, we would very much do what they do because even as we have been put in charge of so little, you see people like bus drivers being corrupt in every sphere. You are seeing corruption take place, though we don't count that as corruption, we count that as surviving. But why is it that the grand scale corruption, like movies like money laundering, internet fraud, obtaining under false pretenses, why do things like that excite us, and why do we continuously tune in to things like that, even though it is in real life it is a thorn in our side? Now, Well, I'm just going to say my thoughts on the matter. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So you can comment. That was good. I'm begging you to comment. So yeah, why are we drawn to why are we drawn to corruption? Number one is voyeurism. It's just like what I said earlier. We wish we could do those things. But one, we are not even in the position to do those things. You are too broke to even be thinking of money laundering. Where is the thing you want to launder? And number two, society. Now, most people, as scary as it sounds to me, desist from doing bad things because the society frowns at it. So so the things that we genuinely want to do because we can't do them, we watch them in TV. It's just like I also mentioned something like that in the revenge video where you want to do it but you can't do it, so you rather watch another person do it and live vicariously through them. So it is the verism. Corruption lets us speak into the dark side of power, wealth, and desire. It is a guilty pleasure to see what happens behind closed doors. We get to see how the political atmosphere is, and it's also like when I was watching King of Boys and my mom was telling me, like, this is actually how some politicians' lives are. It really like made me kind of feel a bit of comfort that everybody does not have it easy. Our points or our areas of struggles might be different, but everybody does not have it easy. Everybody's surviving, everybody's trying to survive. And yeah, and I think number two is relatability. Corruption always starts small: one lie, one bribe, one compromise. Before you know it, you have snake and swallow 1 billion, And we see how it's easy it is. Like that's the thing, as I said, it's just all stands from the point that we as human beings we are corrupt. Corruption is a companion of the normal carnal man. So when we see we recognize that politician 10 years ago was us, before the money, before the fame, before the resources, or before the support, the godfather or whatever, or whoever, the sponsor, they were us. And it's also that kind of thing where you also relate that, I might not be stealing. No, this never me do. Corruption, that's the thing, that's not me. But there's some people that really look at it and say that I might be stealing 5 million. But yeah, like somebody sent me to buy something and I keep 100 naira for myself, and that is how things start. So when we see those kind of things, I think for we as a people, it just feels nice to know that we are not so different. Like yeah. Though it also makes me think that maybe it is because of things like this that have also conditioned us to accept certain types of corruption even in the real world. Where I think I don't want to like this is kind of I want to say it's a private matter, but it's something I want to discuss with discretion. But there's this private election. I'll say it's a private election, but it was not a national election, just like election in an organization. And the level of malpractice I was witnessing, like guys, what are they paying you in those offices that you are going to these lengths? I mean lengths, and and people just like they just shrug and say, it's fine, it's fine. Like this is just politics, and we've made bad things, we've made rubbish, we've made nonsense known as politics. But it's fine, it's fine. Okay, and I think there's part now. Another last one, I think another reason why we are so drawn to movies that talk about corruption is the power fantasy. You know, even though it's wrong, we as a people enjoy watching people bend the rules and succeed. You know, if you look at it like, oh, it's just such a it's I feel like human beings we have this spirit. I won't say human being, I won't say like, but there's this spirit, let me use the word spirit even though it's not really going with me, like, but this spirit of rebellion where you want to like rebel against the government, like f you government, f you this, f you that. And it's always so satisfactory to see that somebody beats the government, somebody beats the law at their own games. And maybe that's why we turn it to corruption, because it's like always, and what we see is that these people are very smart, so it's hard not to feel impressed, it's hard not to be like, okay, you did good, you did good. So yeah, I just want to add, like, I just want to pause my hand and say this video is so all over the place. Oh my god, this video is all over the place. But yeah. Now, I also want to say that one reason why. I would say that I still like give corruption, like movies that have like corruption centric the time of my day, is because at the end of the day they teach a lesson. They do not exactly, yes, there's a form of romanticization of like the bad things that they are doing. They make it cool, money heist and stuff like that. Like you are literally depriving, you say, oh, but we're depriving the big corporations, but like their employees working under those corporations. But like, let's not think about that. Those are not people. Those are not people. They are people anyway. But I think apart from that, it's always like that they don't exactly have the perfect picture perfect ending. They almost every single corruption story end up badly. And look at it, Efemini Oponodio. I was just looking at him. He was saying, "Oh, I'm going to, after me and my family, we have settled enough. Kinika kanaka." He now came and was trying. It's like that one is even another place, but it teaches you a lesson that no matter how cool corruption is, it has its price, and its price is usually it outweighs what you've been enjoying. The cost outweighs the benefits when you think about it. And I feel like corruption stories resonate because they are not just fiction, they reflect our own world, our politics, our workplace, sometimes even our families. And that is the truth. Nigeria is currently like one of the most corrupt nations in the world. So it would make sense why a lot of our movies have themes of corruption like in the center place, because corruption is an issue that is lingering still. So of course it is something that will bother writers, and they will want to talk about it in their own way, in their own interpretation. So yeah, I think that's what like. So, but I think, and another reason why I think I enjoy it, apart from like the whole like the moral lesson, is the fact that these people are human beings. And as I said, we see ourselves in them. We understand that we are like them. We are just not. I don't know how to put it, but I feel like when I watch corruption movies, I think it just teaches me to be on my feet, like, because you know that this could be you, but instead of watching it and going, I wish I could find myself in such a position so that I could do the same thing. It's to instead build yourself so that if you ever find yourself in such a position, you have enough principle, or you have enough brain or smart to do the right thing, or to do the sensible thing, or do the cool thing without being corrupt, without joining the bad guys, without dipping your hand in soup with the bad guys. Yeah. I think that's basically like everything I want to say. Like this video is super short. And I like it like that. I like it like that. So yeah, so we're rounding out to the video. This video, guys, I just want to put it out there that this is not normally like, as I said, I did not see this before, but the channel is fairly new. I'm still trying to find my feet, find my feet, find my niche. So maybe that's why. But I promise I'm like a really likable person. I have stuff up here. I have stuff up here, and in this channel we encourage like independent thinking. I like when people think contrary to me. Let's sit down and talk. I might still, at the end of the day, I might still hold on to my own opinions and principles, but I also like to know how like other people think, where their line of their train of thought goes. And yeah, I don't know why that sounded ridiculous. So yeah, if you like this video or you just want to give me a chance, please like the video. Some people watch and just forget. Please like the video, and you could subscribe if you want to get notification. If you are like want to be in a committed relationship with me, because I don't do side chick. I mean, I don't mean, what am I saying? Jesus Christ. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification button, comment your thoughts, and if you have any ideas or any like video ideas, you could DM me or tell me in my email. The links will be in the description button below. Description box. Yeah, yeah. This video was so over the place. Like, well, liked it. Okay, bye.